So when you see this, just know you can definitely scale it up, but we're going to have to move out of Google Sheets. But for now, this data analyst has access to this sheet. So we can see things like what month I tracked certain metrics like revenue, total expenses, net profit, research and development, marketing, sales, and so on. So I also have my Airtable tool showing the different chart types and data examples of how to generate specific charts in my workflow here. So this workflow utilizes something called Quick Chart. And Quick Chart allows you to generate images with a simple open API. So when you use this URL and you type in data, for instance, you can just display those like this, and it will generate you a chart. So that's what we've implemented into our agent instructions so that we can generate charts and do data analysis on our data that we have. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chat with this data analyst here. And then I could say something like, maybe I'll go look at my financial data, like give me a chart comparing revenue and net profit, let's just say. I can say generate a chart comparing revenue and net profit. And then I can send that off. And what this is going to do is use one of ChatGPT's new models, actually, o3, in order to analyze my data. It's going to search my financial data, search my chart types if it needs to in order to generate a chart. So now you can see it's searching to see which type of chart it should generate based on my request here. And then it's going to return all of that to the chat. Now, you could hook this up to Telegram, WhatsApp, Slack. You don't have to do all of this within N8N. I'm just doing it for the sake of example. But as you're going to see, I'm going to extend this chat a little bit. When it returns the response, we're going to also have a graph with that response. So it just got done generating, and it says this line chart compares revenue and net profit over the latest 10 months. And it generates an entire chart for us. At the bottom here, it says this visualization clearly displays the fluctuations and trends in both revenue and net profit. We can save this image if we want, this entire chart. And then we could even ask further questions and do more data analysis. I can ask a question like, based on my revenue and net profit, how would you say my profit margins are? I could send that off. And then it generates an analysis based on my profit margin, showing actual percentages based on my data, and even generating me a profit margin chart. Now, you could edit the styling of this any way you want, but now I can see my profit margin. I could save this image. And as you can see, when I click in, I can see it a little bit better. All this data is arbitrary, of course. I just generated some fake data with ChatGPT. But as you can see, this data shows negative 80% profit margins in May of 2024. So this company must have been struggling, but they quickly rebounded back around 30%. And this is just a good way to talk with data, view data using N8N, and creating a data analyst agent. AI agent use case number 5 is a database creator. Yes, I have this agent create databases for me. Now, I'm somebody who uses Airtable quite a bit. As you can see, I've got a ton of different databases in here. And one of the main reasons I have all of these databases in here is because I have an agent that can create them for me. So whenever I need a database, whether it's for sorting information, creating a tool for my agent, literally whatever I need a database for, I can have this agent use Airtable HTTP request and a simple form input where I describe using natural language the goal of my database. After that, it's going to entirely create a database for me with rows, columns, select options, and so on. So, for instance, I could tell this form here the exact type of database I want. For example, I could say I want a construction project database that tracks job status and deadline. I could keep it simple for now, or I could make it even more robust.